Hey, this is Jason here from Weekend RV Adventures, and in this video I'm going to be installing this Power Watchdog surge protector. I've got our new Alliance Valor 36V11 behind us, and we're getting set up before we go out on our first camping trip. And one of the things I wanted to make sure I did before we go is get some kind of surge protection on here. With all the electronics and things that could go wrong if I had a power surge, I definitely wanted to be protected. And I decided to go with this 50 amp hardwired version of the Power Watchdog. And a little bit later in the video, I'll go through some of the features on here and tell you why I chose this over some of the other options. I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad of an install. The power transfer switch for the generator option is right up in the pass-through compartment there, up on the ceiling. So I'm hoping to pull the wires out of there, just cut them back, connect them into this, and use what was left to jumper from here over to the transfer switch, because this will go on the power coming in that's feeding into the transfer switch. I don't actually have the generator installed here, but it's prepped with that. So if you have another Alliance Valor similar to mine, you'll probably have the same setup with the transfer switch right there in the garage compartment. But let's go take a look. I'll show you what it looks like up inside there, and then we'll get started on the install. Okay, I hope I've got enough light in here for you, but we're gonna go in and we'll take a look. Hopefully I can show you that transfer switch. So there we go, right there's the transfer switch. And you can see we've got a line coming in on this side up here, and the other line's coming in on the bottom back there. So I'm not really sure yet. Hope I didn't get anyone seasick there, but I'm not really sure yet which line goes where. So I'm going to take the cover off that transfer switch and see which one's the incoming line from the the shore power, and then that's the one that I'll pull out and connect into the Power Watchdog. I'm planning on mounting the Power Watchdog right up here on the ceiling next to it. So I'm going to pull one of the screws out of that transfer switch to check the length and make sure that I don't have too long of a screw. I don't want it poking through the floor up above. So we'll make sure that the new screws that I use to mount the Power Watchdog match the length that's on the transfer switch. But first thing I'm going to do is go disconnect my shore power, and then we'll be back to check it out. All right, just to be safe, I went ahead and completely unplugged the power cord. That way there's no chance I've got power coming in. And you could tell it was a little sticky, I guess being a brand new power cord and a new connector. It's still in there nice and tight. But I'm going to go up there, and like I said, I'll pull off the cover on that transfer switch, find out which wire I need to disconnect, and get going. Okay, so I got the cover off, and according to the wire diagram, the load side is this line coming out here. My line side, or shore power line, is here. And then this would be the generator line coming in here. So this line here is the one I'm going to disconnect and then connect to the Power Watchdog. Okay, the power's been disconnected. I pulled the wire back, and now we're going to take a look at what you get inside the package here with the Power Watchdog. So obviously we've got the 50 amp surge protector right here. Looks like it's got some tapped holes on the back. Hopefully there's some mounting feet to go with it. And you got some covers over here over your screw connections. I'll zoom in there. See, there's your screw connections, a little rubber cover to seal those up. There's some miscellaneous mounting hardware in here. Also some cable clamps and some bolts, screws for the cable clamps. Here's those mounting brackets attached to the bottom of the feet. And looks like some instructions and some other things. Stickers and warranty information in here. So instructions, pretty simple here for mounting the bracket and installing it. Step 1, install the brackets. Step 2, install it into the compartment. And step 3 is wire it. So pretty simple installation instructions. I'm going to go ahead and get those brackets on, and then we'll hold it up there and see how it looks. This is one of the original screws that came out of the transfer switch there. And just to check real quick, we'll compare that to one of these mounting screws that came with the Power Watchdog, and it looks like they are slightly longer. These brackets are a little thicker though, so I think that difference in length should be okay. With the thicker bracket, it's only going to penetrate the floor about the same distance this one did. So we should be good to go. So I've got Power Watchdog brackets mounted, ready to go. I've got the space cleared out up here, the wires moved out of the way. I'm going to hold this up and pilot drill one of these holes just to get it marked in there. And then I'll put the screw in, and after that I'll come back and once I get it up with one screw, go in and add the other 3 to hold it in place. I'm just going to line this up kind of centered with the transfer switch here, so everything should be pretty much in line. I do want to flip this over though, so the inlet side, the input side is up here, and then the output side is the one that'll loop around and come into the transfer switch where I removed the old wiring before. And like I said, just a small starter hole, just so I have something to line up to. Alright, now that I've got one screw in there, I'm just going to square it up and I'll pilot drill the other 3 holes. Okay, so I've got the primary side wired in. I'll show you what that looks like, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut the wire for the secondary side to go over to the transfer switch. That one, I'm going to leave the side that was connected to the transfer switch alone because the wires are already trimmed and everything to length. And I'll just trim the other side while I've got it down here on the ground, and then fit it up and get everything hooked back up. So let's take a look. Here you can see the wire. It routes along the ceiling there, comes through the frame, and now into the top side of the Power Watchdog. So like I said, that second wire is going to come through over here on the back side, and it'll loop around there and come and tie in back in over here on the transfer switch. Okay, so the Power Watchdog's all mounted up. The transfer switch is hooked back in. All I've got left to do is put this cover plate back on the transfer switch, and then we can go plug in the shore power and see if everything's working. Alright, so the installation went pretty simple. No problems. Everything went kind of the way I thought it would. Got it mounted up there next to the transfer switch. The wires were all long enough and everything worked out to fit perfectly. So that's all done. Now the next step I want to do is install the app. And right in the manual, if I can find it here again, they've got directions for installing the app. There's a QR code you can scan to download the app. And then there's also a QR code down here that'll link your Power Watchdog to your phone. And that's specific to your device. So each manual will come with that little QR code in there. I'm assuming there's some other way to do it, but I'm not sure how. And the app is one of the reasons I like this. In the app, it'll give you your energy usage, your voltage on the different lines, your amperage on the different lines, so you can monitor the power coming in. It also has a replaceable surge protection unit in it. That's one thing that some of the other models don't have. So some of the other models, if you get a big surge and it blows out the surge protection, you have to replace the whole unit. In this case, you just have to replace that module inside. So you can leave everything hooked up the way it is, take it out and put the new module in. It also comes with a pretty good warranty. I'm trying to find the warranty card here to tell you exactly what it says. But so the surge protection module is not covered. It is designed to be used up if there's a spike or a surge. There's a one-time free module if it's used up within the first 2 years. So the first 2 years, if you have a big surge, it blows out, they'll still replace that for free. Proof of purchase is required. And then after 2 years, it says it can be replaced for a small cost. So the rest of the unit, though, besides the surge module, is protected for your lifetime. So if anything else goes out on this thing or quits working, it's got a lifetime replacement guarantee. And that's one thing I really liked. So I'm going to go ahead and get the app loaded up, and I think I'll be all ready for my first trip. So after we've used this for a couple times throughout the summer, I'll do another review and let you know kind of long term if I have any issues with it or how it works in the campsites. As you can see, it powered right up here, and no issues. I'm just plugged into an adapter down to 15 amp standard outlet right now. I don't have 30 or 50 amp at my house, but we'll be at a campground in about 2 weeks, and I'll see how it works on 50 amp, and I'll let you know. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. I've got other videos showing how-tos and installs. I also have videos on some of the adventures we go on, so you might want to check those out as well. Thanks for watching, and happy camping.